Well, here we are in your spray booth. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it, Ed?
Well, this is a commercial metal spray booth where I obviously spray lacquer on the back and sides and necks of my guitars. The tops are generally French polished. And but anyway, there's a big exhaust fan. There's a whole wall of exhaust filters that capture all the lacquer dust spray. It just sticks to the filters, and then the air just goes up into the atmosphere. And then this wall is a different type of filter that filters the air that's coming into the booth. So it's virtually, it is dust-free in here. You never get dust on your guitars unless something falls off your shirt or your hair or something. And this is obviously has nothing to do with guitar making.
How long does it take you to spray a guitar?
Well, I spray the lacquer on in 3 rounds, and I'll spray generally about 3 coats on the whole guitar, and then wait a day. Then I'll sand it and start leveling where the pores have shrunken and stuff, and then I'll spray another round of coats on the bodies, and do the same thing the next day or so, sand that out, but that time you get everything, it's glass smooth. There's no little pits or shrunken areas that you have to chase out later. So when the last coats go on, and you're consciously keeping these coats as thin as possible, you know that when you're rubbing out the last 3 coats, that you're not trying to level one little pore somewhere, and then you keep going, and then you rub through it, and then it starts wearing and stuff. You have to do some more spraying. So if you prep, if it's perfectly smooth before the last coats, then it's just a very uniform wet sand and buffing. You don't have to treat any one area more than another. So you never rub through that way. And then I let the lacquer, after the last coats are on, I always let it dry at least 3 weeks before I do the sanding and rub out and polish them up. And then once that's done, then you can assemble the neck and the bridge and set the guitar up. So the finishing process is at least a month long. And then while the lacquer's drying, I'll French polish the top over 2 or 3 weeks, and just take my time and hit it every once in a while. And then when that's done, you're ready to rub out the lacquer. So it's and usually when I'm in the finishing stage, I'm not really making a lot of sawdust and making new guitars when I'm finishing a batch of guitars, but I'm getting wood out and materials for the next batches and getting organized. And, that was the closing.
A lot of details.
A lot of steps to make a guitar.
Well, that's great. Thanks a lot, Ed.
Thank you.